You're watching KPVI News at 10 Weekend. News that works for you.
Well, as far as the ranchers are concerned, it could increase their bottom dollar.
The Idaho beef market may be affected after China lifts their American beef ban. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Deanne Coffin. For over a decade, China has not allowed the import of American beef into their country until just recently when President Donald Trump's administration secured a new agreement with the Chinese leaders. We spoke to former chairman of the Republican Party for Idaho and candidate for Idaho Lieutenant Governor Steve Yates about why it took so long to get American beef back into China. And we also talked to people in the beef industry to see how this will affect Idaho ranchers. Beef is big business in Idaho. In fact, it's a $1.4 billion industry and is one of the leading agriculture industries in the state. The cattle business touches many Idahoans every day, from ranchers to processors.
The United States seems to import beef from everywhere, and it's in direct competition with our local ranchers.
In 2003, China banned the import of American beef due to a case of mad cow disease. Several countries, including China, halted imports of beef from the U.S. For most of those countries, it was temporary, but China held out for over a decade.
China had used this as a pretext for protectionism for a very, very long time, and it's not based on scientific standards. It was not based on trade rules or internationally accepted norms, and really it just took a very long time for U.S. negotiators to focus and beat down this barrier.
In June, President Trump, along with U.S. negotiators and his top-level economic team, secured an agreement with China to open their market back up to imports of U.S. beef.
Really what President Trump did is he campaigned very clearly on the rebalancing of American trade relationships in the direction of fairness. And so his top negotiators went in at a very high level, very focused to knock down this trade barrier, and in a very short period of time were successful.
Idaho beef ranchers say this new agreement could have a positive impact on Idaho ranchers.
Well, as far as the ranchers are concerned, it could increase their bottom dollar on return on investment for their beef products. It could have a positive effect on those that are producers.
Others in the industry say it will most likely impact the Idaho beef industry, but it may take a while.
Right now, we might see higher prices as their demand in China goes up, but it's going to take a bit before maybe we see a big increase.
Yates says it's important to know how much of Idaho's GDP is dependent on investment, manufacturing, and sales beyond the borders of the United States.